So in this video, we want to use the customer table, and we want to have another or an additional calculated column called age. If you look at the customer table, there are several details of the customer, but among which we have the birth date. So using the birth date, we can be able to get the age of every customer. So we want to add a column called age. So I'm going to go to table tools, then I click new column. And then I'm going to label this column age. We want to get the age of the customer using a function called dated if. Dated if. And for the dated if, we'll be able to provide the customer birth date, the customer birth date, and then the next thing should be the date today, which can be given using the day-to-day function. The today function will be able to give us the date today. So when you give the dated if function the customer's birth date and the date today, then you should be able to get the customer's age. And we want to get the customer's age in years. So we're going to provide year. If you want to get the age in days, then you're going to provide a day. If you want to get the age in months, then you're going to provide a month. But for now, let's just provide a year, because we want to get the age for these customers in years. So if I press enter, then we should be having another column added to our customer table with the name age, and you can see these are the ages of the different customers. So we have been able to calculate the age of the different customers using a function that we're calling dated if, where we first provided the customer birth date, and then the date today, and then we said we wanted to get the difference, or we wanted to get the age in years. We said if you want to get the age in months, then the last argument is going to be month. If you want to get the difference in days, the last argument is going to be day. Further, we can use the age column that we've been able to calculate and add another column that we're going to call age breakdown. So in the age breakdown, we want to have several categories of ages depending on the age of the customer. Like, can we be able to group the people who are 55 years and above to be in one category? And then also group the people between 45 and around 54 years to be in another category. We can have another category for people who have the years of around 35 to 44. And then the last category that we need to have is going to be for people having the ages 18 to 34. We want to have around 4 categories. So if you want to create 4 categories, that means like we'll be performing a lot of logical tests. The best function to use in this context is the switch. The switch, it is preferred when you're performing multiple logical tests in a single DAX formula. So let us create another column. So remember, I'm on the customers table, and I'm going to click on new column. So once I click on the new column, I want to key in another column called age breakdown. So I'm going to change this to age breakdown. Age breakdown. So on the age breakdown, we said we're going to use the switch function, because one good thing about the switch function is that it is very appropriate when you are performing multiple logical tests. So we are going to say the switch if true. So we start with the first expression. So the customer's table, the customer's age, the customer's age, if the customer's age is greater or equal to 55, is greater or equals to 55 years, then we want a return of an expression 55 plus. This is our first expression. And if that expression is evaluated and found to be true, we want a return of this statement. Next expression is going to be if the customer's age is greater or equal to 45, is greater or equals to 45, then we want a return of this expression, that is 45 to 54 to 54. Then the next expression is if the customer's age is greater or equal to 35. So if that logical expression is evaluated and found to be true, we want a return of this value. We want a return of the value 35 to 44 years. Or else, if all the above expressions are evaluated and found to be false, we want a return of this value, which is 18 to 34. So we are having a column that we're going to call age breakdown, and we are using the switch function. The reason as to why we said we prefer the switch in this case is because we have multiple logical tests in a single DAX formula. So we said if this expression is evaluated and found to be true, we want a return of this value. If the second expression is evaluated and found to be true, we want a return of this value. If the third one is evaluated and found true, we want a return of this value. Or else, we want a return of this value if all the above expressions are evaluated and found to be false. So if we click enter, then we should be getting age breakdowns of all these customers. And these are the age breakdowns of these customers, like Larry Grill is around 44 years. So for a person who is around 44 years, is in the category for 35 to 44 age bracket, which is very right. So that is how you use the switch when you're performing multiple logical tests in a single DAX formula. If you've been able to enjoy the video, consider subscribing, comment, and share.